description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And today, the last one I'm doing today, is this. This is the last of the rebranding of Jin Ramen. This is Jin Ramen Mild. There is our, what does it say on it? It says something on it there. It says like, like spokesperson model. Check him out. Yeah. I don't think he eats this. I don't know. He might. So, it's a beefy ramen. And hopefully it will be good. Oh, wait. Here's how it looks pre-cooking. And here is a sachet. This side says soup base mild, and the other side says born to be mild. They did some cutesy stuff. Behind the logo on the front, it says things like OG ramen and all this stuff. It's like, it's to appeal to a new generation of people who need to be appealed to, apparently. So yeah. And I'm gonna do something there. 4 minutes. Something I seldom do. Actually, I do it all the time when I'm cooking noodles for my daughter. But I can do this without messing with that. So there's that. Here's our timing device. So, I've got some Narutomaki right here. It's a fish cake. I just sliced it up this morning. So, you want to know something cool about it is if you boil this, it gets bigger. And I'm dropping it in what water I had left, and I'm going to let it boil. So that way, it'll be nice and big and floofy and wonderful. I like fish cake. My daughter really likes fish cake. The reason I ran out recently is because she really likes Marachon creamy chicken noodles. And I throw a slice of cheese and some Narutomaki in with it. And she's happy as a clam. So yeah. It is August 25th, 2025. It's 9 days until the kids go back to school. Only 9. 9. That's a number. 9. Number 9. Yeah. So they'll go back to school and they'll have their schooling, and hopefully they have fun going back to school. They got new teachers, and generally school goes pretty good for the most part. And the next thing is to deal with the transportation, which I have a feeling is going to be the standard BS that they do at the beginning of the year. My daughter and my son go to the same school. But they give a hassle because he rides the bus and she isn't, they have to like waiver her onto the bus. And then they give this whole spiel about, well, if the bus fills up, she's going to have to find another way to school. It's never full. Usually there's like 3 kids on that bus. And maybe with my 2 kids, maybe 4. I mean, it's like the max I think I've ever seen on that bus is maybe like 7 kids. So, yeah. And it's a short bus, but you could fit like 20-25 kids on that thing. So I don't know why they have such a fit about it, but okay, well, you're in charge of your specific deal. Exercise your power, and yeah, let's just get done with this. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, it's been like 4 years now. Kindergarten, first, second, third. Yeah, in 4 years of dealing with this stupid crap. And then they'll say that, oh, well, we won't be able to give you an answer until November. I'm like, you're going to not let my daughter go to school until November? Because there's no way I can get him on the bus and her on the bus. And walk her to school. Especially by November, she'll get to school soaked. I mean, it's anyways, yeah. I just don't know. They're silly. But sometimes when people are in charge of things, they want to exercise that power. Kind of a power tripping thing. I mean, I get it. If it was going to be full. But anyways. I'm excited. I've been using that lens and it seems to be working out on my camera. So, yeah. Alright, we'll find out. I mean, I'm using the viewfinder to make that approximation. And I zoom in a lot, but it could be not working out. I can't really tell until I can tell. So, anyways, here is my face, and here are noodles. Gin, gin, gin. So yeah, this one takes 4 minutes of steeping. I'm curious. As curious as a cat. Do I have beef? No. Do I have Chinese sausage? I might, but it's got to be bad by now. And if I do, it's still in the fridge and it needs to exit the home. Speaking of things that go bad, I had this power bank that we've had for we've had it for years, and it was like the kids have been using it, and it's like the side was splitting open. It's just like, you got to be mellow with this thing. You don't want to break it. It wasn't them. The battery had expanded, and so I was like, well, this thing is popped open. I guess we should just see what the deal is. So I took a screwdriver and twisted the side that was open, and all of a sudden it started hissing. It went psss. And then we're like looking at it, my wife and I are like looking at each other like, and then this smell, this like super unnatural, monstrous smell. Yeah. Kind of weird. I hope I'm still with you. That was like a week ago, though, so yeah, maybe a week. Here is the noodle. So kind of a styrofoamy, very outer, but the inner is nice and chewy. I'm impressed with it. I like it. Now for the broth. A little bit sweet, beefy. Just the tiniest hint of heat. Very savory. Yeah, that gin ramen mild is quite good. I really like the gin ramen spicy as well, as it is kind of spicy. And it's really good with, God, there was this place I went to a long time ago, and it was called Jackpot Teriyaki. And it was run by a couple older Korean folks. Super nice. It was when my son Miles was really, really little. And it's over in Tulalip, Washington, which is on the reservation. And it has a zip code. And what's weird about that is that it is considered a federal city, like Washington, D.C. It's kind of an interesting thing. Don't commit a crime in Tlalip or you're committing a federal crime. And, yeah, so they had ramen on the menu. I'm like, well, yeah, I'll try that. I'll take pictures and everything. I'll make it a to-do. And I'm like, oh, I like knew it like right off the bat. This is ramen, isn't it? Isn't it? They're like, oh, it's ramen, yes. And I'm like, no. Is this Otoki? Is this Otoki in ramen? And he's like, how do you know? I'm like, well, I kind of am a little immersed in the whole noodle sphere. That was years ago too, but they were kind of impressed with the fact that I had any clue of that. It was really good. There was cabbage in it. They just did it really nice. I was thoroughly pleased with it. I've got all this kimchi still. I'm gonna keep using this kimchi. My wife and I have been talking. It's like, we really need to go out for Korean barbecue. Really bad. It's been so long. There you go. It's been years since we've had Korean barbecue, which is a real shame because if you've never had it, you are so missing out. My favorite part, I know if you have had it, you're probably going to guess, it's the banchan. I love banchan, which is like, oh yeah, our big old hydrated boiled slice of noodle. Banchan they're like little bowls that come out before the food. And there are lots of pickled vegetables, kimchi, of course. It's super awesome, and I think, there's always the appetizer thing. Like you go to a Mexican restaurant and you have the chips and salsa. You go to come on, let go. Oh, that's kind of a bit. There we go. That'll be a test of the focus on that lens. You go to a Mexican restaurant, you get the chips and salsa. You go out for American Chinese food, kind of get the, I don't know, barbecue pork or egg rolls or something like that. But you go to Korean food and you get banchan. It is like, I wish I could go to like if there was a restaurant called Banchan Heaven, I would go there and I would just get the ultra banchan thing, because it's really, really good. Lots of vegetables, lots of marinated vegetables and pickled. It's enjoyable, and I enjoy it. Well, that's it for me. There'll be more to see soon. And yeah, that's it for today. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.